The story takes place in the village of Ogwude, a small but thriving settlement in the heart of the Igbo land, where traditions and wisdom are passed down through generations. The villagers live close to the great Omenka River, which provides water, fish, and a sense of unity to the people. In this village lived a young man named Obinna, a humble palm wine tapper, known for his hard work and kindness. Among the people of Ogwude was a woman named Nena, a beautiful but cunning lady with a reputation for manipulating men for wealth and status. Though many admired her, the elders often warned young men about her ways, saying, "A woman whose beauty is sharper than her heart is a trap laid by fate." Obinna had always admired Nena from a distance, though he never thought much of it. He was too busy making an honest living, climbing tall palm trees to tap wine that was said to be the sweetest in all of Ogwude. But Nena, who had always chased after the wealthiest men, suddenly set her sights on him after hearing rumors that he was soon to inherit his late uncle's vast farmland. She believed that if she played her game right, she could turn his supposed wealth into her own. Knowing Obinna's kind nature, Nena approached him one evening at the village square where the people gathered to tell stories and share laughter. She greeted him warmly, her voice like soft rain on dry earth, and told him, "Obinna, I have always admired your hard-working spirit. You are not like the others, always chasing after titles and status. A man like you deserves a good woman beside him." Obinna, though flattered, was not a fool. He had seen how she had abandoned other men once their fortunes dried up. But as time passed, Nena continued her pursuit, cooking for him, helping him carry his wine gourds, and even speaking highly of him in the village. Slowly, Obinna began to believe that perhaps she had changed. The village women, especially Mama Uchi, a respected elder, saw through Nena's act. "A snake that sheds its skin is still a snake," she warned him. "Beware, my son, for the river does not warn before it sweeps you away." But Obinna was already too deep in the illusion of love. Soon, Nena convinced him that they should marry. On the day of the wine-carrying ceremony, when a groom's family presents palm wine to the bride's family as a sign of commitment, she feigned humility and acted like the perfect wife-to-be. However, just a week after their marriage, her true nature began to unfold. She despised the simple life of a palm wine tapper's wife. She wanted more riches, more admiration, more comfort. One evening, she told Obinna, "Must you continue this back-breaking work? Look at Chika, the trader. He wears fine wrappers and drinks imported gin. Why can't you aim higher?" Obinna, though hurt, remained patient. "My father taught me that wealth gained in haste is like the harmattan wind. It comes fast but disappears even faster. Be patient, my wife." But patience was not in Nena's nature. She began to spend time with Ogwude, a wealthy but arrogant merchant who had just returned from the city. When Obinna left for the forest to tap wine, she secretly met with Ogwude, entertaining his flattery and gifts. The village gossip soon reached Obinna's ears, but he refused to believe it. "Nena is my wife. She would not betray me," he said. One fateful evening, Obinna returned home earlier than usual, only to find his wife adorned in fine beads and wrappers that he had never bought for her. She was startled, but before she could speak, Ogwude stepped out from the inner room, adjusting his robes with a smirk on his face. Obinna felt his heart tighten. "Nena, what have you done?" he demanded, his voice breaking. Instead of remorse, Nena scoffed. "You, a mere palm wine tapper? What can you offer me? Ogwude is a real man, not one who spends his days climbing trees like a monkey." The words struck Obinna harder than any physical blow. He turned to Ogwude, who merely chuckled. "A man should know when he has lost," the merchant sneered. With a heavy heart, Obinna walked away, his spirit crushed. The elders, hearing of his disgrace, called a gathering. Nena, thinking she would walk away unscathed, stood proudly beside Ogwude, but the gods of the land have their way of restoring balance. That very night, a heavy storm came. The great Omenka River overflowed, and Ogwude's storehouses, filled with goods and riches, were washed away. The merchant, desperate to salvage his wealth, ran into the raging waters and was never seen again. As for Nena, the villagers shunned her. No man wanted to be associated with a woman whose heart was filled with greed. She tried to leave Ogwude for the city, but every path she took led her back to the village, as if the gods themselves had bound her to her shame. Meanwhile, Obinna, though heartbroken, rebuilt his life. He listened to the wisdom of the elders, realizing that true wealth is in one's character, not material possessions. In time, he found love again, not in a woman of deception, but in a dais, a widow who had known hardship and understood the value of a good heart. Years later, when Obinna's farmland flourished beyond imagination, the villagers whispered among themselves, "See how the gods reward patience and hard work. If only Nena had known that the very wealth she chased was waiting for her if she had just been content." And so, the tale of Nena and Obinna became a lesson passed down in Ogwude that no matter how tempting shortcuts may seem, true prosperity comes to those who remain steadfast, honest, and patient.